Welcome back to English with Cheri. I'm your host, Cheri, and today we have something really special planned for you.
So special. I'm Nick, the co-host, and honestly, today's topic is one of my absolute favorites.
So today, we are going on a trip to San Francisco. Well, not a real trip, but, a practice trip in English.
Right. So if you are an A1 or A2 learner, that means you are a beginner. This episode is made for you.
We're going to practice real English that you can actually use. Things you say when you arrive in a new city, when you're hungry, when you need directions.
When you get a little lost,
Which happens to everyone, honestly, even experienced travelers.
even to me, and I have been to San Francisco before, I still got confused on the first day.
So get comfortable, grab a drink, maybe a snack, and let's go to San Francisco together. Okay, so our first stop is arriving. You just landed in San Francisco. Maybe you're at the airport, maybe the train station, and the first thing you need? Greetings. Simple, friendly greetings.
Right, so the most simple greeting is hello, or if it's more casual, you say hi. Both are totally fine. Both are used every single day.
And when someone asks, "How are you?" you can say, "I'm fine, thank you." Or, a little more natural, you might say, "I'm good, thanks." That's what most people actually say.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Sounds very natural, very casual, very American, I'd say.
Now, when you meet someone for the first time, you say, "Nice to meet you." That is such a useful phrase. Nice to meet you. Say it with a smile, and people will love you.
And if you need help, you start with excuse me. That is how you get someone's attention politely. Excuse me, can you help me? It's so simple, but so powerful.
Excuse me is honestly one of the first phrases every learner should know. I think it's in my top 3, maybe top 2.
Totally. And one more really important one, if you don't understand what someone says, just say, sorry, can you repeat that? Or can you speak more slowly, please? People will not be upset. They will help you.
People are so understanding when you say that, especially in a city like San Francisco, which is very international. People there are used to talking with visitors from all over the world.
Right, so don't be shy. Just try. That is the most important thing in language learning. Just try.
Okay, so now you are in the city and you want to find something. Let's say the Golden Gate Bridge, one of the most famous landmarks in the entire world.
It's incredible. If you go to San Francisco, you have to see the Golden Gate Bridge. You really have to.
So, how do you ask for directions? You start with, "Excuse me," remember that one? And then you say, "Where is the Golden Gate Bridge?" Or you can say, "How do I get to the Golden Gate Bridge?"
How do I get to is so useful. You can use it for anything. How do I get to Fisherman's Wharf? How do I get to Chinatown? Very flexible phrase.
Fisherman's Wharf is another great spot in San Francisco. You can find fresh seafood there. It's sort of a touristy area, but honestly worth every minute.
And Chinatown. San Francisco's Chinatown is one of the oldest in the United States. It's so vibrant, so full of energy.
So when someone gives you directions, there are some key words to listen for. Turn left, turn right, go straight. These 3 phrases will save you so many times.
And it's on the left or it's on the right. Or it's near the park, it's near the bridge. Near means close to something.
Another good question is, how far is it? So you're asking, is it close? Is it a long way? Very practical.
And the answer might be, it's not far, or it's about 10 minutes walking. Americans often give distance in walking time, not kilometers, walking minutes.
Right, so about 10 minutes usually means walking unless they say by car or by taxi. Good thing to remember. Okay, now my favorite part of any trip, food. San Francisco has incredible food and we need to practice ordering it in English.
Yes. Okay, so one of the most famous foods in San Francisco is sourdough bread. Sourdough. It's a type of bread with a slightly tangy, sour taste. Very thick crust. Very delicious.
And then there's clam chowder. This is a thick, creamy soup made with clams. Clams are a type of shellfish, and potatoes and vegetables. San Francisco is famous for serving it in a sourdough bread bowl.
A bread bowl. The bowl is made of bread. You eat the soup and then you eat the bowl. I mean, that is just genius. Absolute genius.
It really is. And then there's dim sum, which you can find in Chinatown. Dim sum is a Chinese meal with lots of small dishes, things like dumplings and steamed buns. You share them at the table.
So delicious. Okay, so how do you actually order at a restaurant? The server, that's the person who takes your order, might say, "Can I take your order?" or "What would you like?"
And you can say, I would like the clam chowder, please. Or even simpler, can I have the sourdough bread, please? Both are perfectly natural.
Can I have is so natural. Can I have a coffee, please? Can I have the menu, please? You can use it everywhere.
And if you don't know what something is on the menu, just ask, what is this? Or what does this have in it? That's really useful if you have allergies or you just want to know what you're eating.
Very practical. And at the end of the meal, you say, "Can I have the check, please?" In America, they say check for the bill. So check equals bill. Can I have the check, please?
That's a small but really important difference. In British English, people say bill. In American English, check. And San Francisco is definitely American English territory. Okay, we're going to take a short break and do a fun practice drill. This is where we review the key phrases together. Ready, Nick?
So ready. Let's do it.
So I'm going to give a situation, and Nick is going to say the right phrase. Listeners, you can try too. Say it out loud at home. It's really important to actually say the words, not just listen.
Yes, say it out loud. That's how your mouth gets used to the sounds. It makes a huge difference.
Okay, situation 1. You want to get someone's attention on the street. What do you say?
Excuse me.
Perfect. Situation 2, you're at a cafe and you want to order a coffee. What do you say?
Can I have a coffee, please?
Beautiful. Situation 3, you are lost. You want to know where Fisherman's Wharf is. What do you say?
Excuse me, where is Fisherman's Wharf? Or how do I get to Fisherman's Wharf?
Both are correct. Really well done. Okay, last one. You finish your meal and you want to pay. What do you say?
Can I have the check, please?
Yes. So let's say those key phrases one more time slowly. Excuse me. Can I have, please? Where is? How do I get to? And can I have the check, please?
Write those down, Say them again at home. Use them with a friend. That's really how you make them stick in your memory.
All right, next up, shopping. San Francisco has some amazing markets and souvenir shops, and there are some really useful phrases you need to know.
So at a shop, someone might come up and say, "Can I help you?" And if you just want to look around first, you say, "I'm just looking, thank you." That's a very polite way to say, "I don't need help yet."
I'm just looking is so useful. It gives you time to browse without feeling pressured. Very natural, very common.
And when you find something you want, you ask, "How much is this?" That is the key shopping question. How much is this? Always works.
The answer might be, it's $10 or it's $25. So you do want to know your numbers in English, but we'll do a whole episode just on numbers soon.
Yes, please. And if something is too expensive, you can say, "It's too expensive," or "That's a bit too much for me." Polite and clear.
And if you want to buy it, you say, I'll take it, or I'll take this one, please. Simple, direct, effective.
At a souvenir shop in San Francisco, you might be looking for things like magnets, postcards, or, a little Golden Gate Bridge figurine. Those little models.
Those figurines are so touristy, but people absolutely love them. I have one, honestly. I'm not ashamed at all.
So do I. They're great. No shame.
Okay, so now let's talk about getting around San Francisco. This city has some really unique ways to travel, and my favorite, the cable car.
The cable car. It's so iconic. It's kind of like a tram, a vehicle that runs on rails in the streets, but it's pulled by a cable underneath the road. Very old, very unique, very San Francisco.
And it's actually a great way to see the city while you travel. So, to use a cable car or a bus, you might need to ask, "Where's the nearest bus stop?" or "Which bus goes to downtown?"
Which bus goes to is a great phrase. You can also ask the driver directly, does this bus go to? And they'll say yes or no. Very easy.
These days, a lot of people also use rideshare apps, calling a car on your phone. So, you might need to say your destination to the driver. "Can you take me to the Golden Gate Bridge, please?"
Or you can just show them the address on your phone. That works too, to be fair. But it's still good to know the words.
Absolutely. "Can you take me to" is a phrase you can use in any city in the world. Very versatile.
And if you want to walk, which is honestly one of the best ways to explore a new city, you might ask, how far is it on foot? On foot means walking. How far is it on foot?
I love that phrase, "on foot." It sounds so adventurous. You can also ask, "Is it safe to walk?" if you're not sure about an area. Very practical. Before we wrap up today, let's go through some general travel phrases. These are phrases that are useful anywhere you travel, not just San Francisco.
One of the most important ones is, I need help. Simple, clear, effective. If something goes wrong, I need help. 3 words. People will understand.
And "where is the restroom?" In America, people usually say restroom in a public place. Where is the restroom? So useful, so necessary.
Right, restroom is more polite than bathroom when you're in a restaurant or shop. Good thing to know.
And if there's ever an emergency, which we hope never happens, you can say, "I need a doctor," or "Please call the police." These are important to know even if you hope to never use them.
Always better to know and not need it, right? And the really warm phrase to use every day is thank you so much. Not just thank you, but thank you so much. People really appreciate that extra bit.
And when someone thanks you, you say, "You're welcome." That's the reply to thank you. "Thank you. You're welcome." A very common exchange. You'll hear it many times every day.
And one last one, I don't understand. Because sometimes you just don't, and that is completely okay. I don't understand. Can you help me? Honest, simple, effective.
I love that one. It takes courage to say, "I don't understand," but it's so important. No one expects you to be perfect, they just want to communicate with you. Okay, so we've covered so much today. Let's do a quick recap before we say goodbye.
We learned greetings like hello, hi, and nice to meet you. We practiced asking for directions with excuse me, where is, and how do I get to?
We ordered food at a cafe with "Can I have, please?" and we asked for the check at the end. We talked about San Francisco foods like sourdough bread, clam chowder, and dim sum.
We went shopping with how much is this, and I'll take it. We got around the city on the cable car, in a rideshare, and on foot. And we covered those really important travel phrases.
That is so much vocabulary in one episode. And remember, the best way to learn English is to actually practice. Say the phrases out loud. Use them with a friend. Don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Mistakes are part of learning. Every mistake means you are trying, and trying means you are improving. So just keep going. You are doing better than you think.
We really hope this episode helped you feel a little more confident about using English in a real city, in real situations. And who knows, maybe one day you will visit San Francisco for real.
And when you do, you'll be ready. You'll walk up to someone, say, "Excuse me, how do I get to the Golden Gate Bridge?" and feel amazing about it.
Thank you so much for listening to English with Cheri. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend who is also learning English. It really helps us reach more learners around the world.
We'll see you next time. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and remember, every word you learn is a step forward.
See you next time. Bye for now.